Well, good morning, gentlefolk, and welcome to Let's Play, or more rather, Let's Try Europa Universalis 4. And I haven't given this much thought, I just thought I'd try it. So, single player, and I think we're going to start as early as we possibly can. I have tried a few games, and I think we're going to start as England, seeing as that's where I am. Let's have a look. We're already at war with France. Okay. And we're allied with Portugal. Okay. Should we play as Poland or Denmark? See, I really have give this a real lot of thought. No, let's play as England. Eventually, we'll play as England. Here we are. Right. Yeah, map modes. As you can see, it is very pretty, very Crusader Kings 2 like. I believe it uses the same engine as Crusader Kings 2, the Clausewitz engine, I believe. But all looks very nice. You have lots of map modes. You have terrain map mode. You have political map mode, which is probably the one I shall be in the most. So you can see all the different countries there. You have trade map mode, which shows you where all the trade comes from and where all the trade goes. These must be really interesting because trade comes from out of the blackness, completely out of the dark. Well, imperial map mode. Okay. Yep, that's all our enemies. Religious map mode. So as you can see, a lot of Catholics, Orthodox, and the Ottomans, and Sunni, and a bit of both. What else do we have? We have diplomatic. So, and there's even more map modes. I won't go through them all because I'll be here all day and all night. But yeah. So, region map mode, you can pause this and look. Culture map mode, sphere of influence, revolt map mode, colonial, economic, accept cultures, players, missionaries, buildings, lots and lots of map modes. So, political map mode. So, we are at war with France. Now, that's a big army. But anyway, things to do first before we actually unpause the game. We have 3 advisor slots, and we are losing money. And so right, let's start from the beginning. Right, the big shield brings up your screen here, where you do most of your stuff. Like your government, we have King Henry VI of Lancaster, who is absolutely rubbish, has no administration skill, no diplomatic skill, and no military skill. So, he's hopeless. We have diplomacy. People's opinion. Portugal like is the best in Albania, Alsace and Holt and so forth. It also tells us that we're at war with France. We're allied with Portugal, and we have a reconquest casus belli on Burgundy. Economy map mode. Well, not map mode, our economy tab, sorry. Tells us that we're losing 3.16 ducats or gold a month, and we have no inflation. It tells all our income from tax, production, trade, etc. Our trade, how much trade we are making. Our merchants of England collect 2.86 gold from this trade node. Out of this you manage to create an income of 358 to the state. Okay. Technology. Now, technology is important because unlike previous versions of Europa Universalis, you now achieve power points, and these power points are thus administrative power, diplomacy power, diplomatic power, and military power. So how do you accrue these? Well, you accrue these from your advice. You have to start off with the base power, so it's always going to go up 3 a month. This one's nerfed slightly because we have 3 2 leaders. We'll come to those in a bit. So that gets -1 nerf, so that should be 3. So you have base powers of 3. Then you add advisors who will add to this and also do specific things. So if I go to the advisor screen here, so for example, we could pick one of these. So we will put our revolt risk down. This chap here, stability cost modifier, so our stability will be less. This man that gives us cheaper administrative technology costs, and this man gives us yearly prestige. So we could hire those. I'll go back, they do cost money. It costs 11.8 gold and will cost us 1 gold a month. I believe it's a month. Yes. And as we're already losing money, that's probably not a good, well, I say it's not a good plan. It is a good plan, but can we afford it or not? That's to decide. So once you get these up to a certain point, you can get your technology will increase up to, so once it reaches, you need 558 administrative power and have 39. So once we get to 558, we can choose whether to take this administrative technology 4, which we will, because then once you reach 4, you can unlock national ideas, and once it comes up, you can then start to pick these. So you can get trade ideas, exploration ideas, innovative ideas, religious. So you have administrative ideas, diplomatic ideas, and military ideas. So you can pick all great brands. So you can go, you can pick up to have the biggest army. So you can up your force limit. Talking of force limits, your army has maximum and navy has maximum limits. So at the moment we can have 36 units, which we have, and we can have up to 51 ships. If we was to take a military route with those ideas, we could improve our military. Or have a larger army as well. We get missions. So here we have no mission selected. We go to a mission. So these are the missions that we can pick. We can construct a grand fleet. So we must have a fleet big enough to defend our coastline. We need to construct more ships of the line. So what do we need to do that? We need missions succeed when the following criteria are met. England have more or equal heavy ships than 30. So our force limit is 51, so we possibly could do that. Possibly. Form an alliance with Navarra. That one would be interesting. So Navarra, they have a positive opinion of us, so we could send one of our diplomats who are up here. You have 3 diplomats, so we could send a diplomat to Navarra. Relations actions, and we could improve relations. So that would accrue over time, and therefore the mission, we could probably complete that. They'll probably accept an alliance. We could also perhaps do a royal marriage, which would boost our influence with them as well. We could also vassalise Scotland. So we could take any of those immediately. What do they give us? So if we vassalise Scotland, we'll gain 10 prestige. If we form an alliance with Navarra, we'll gain 10 prestige and 25 diplomatic power. And if we construct a grand fleet, we'll just gain 2 prestige. So we'll probably take one of these. Now we have national decisions underneath, which we can take when we have gotten certain circumstances. For example, form the British nation. So to form the British nation, we must have a ministry of technology of at least 10, which is this, remember. So we must have this to 10. So to form the British, we must have a ministry of technology of 10. We are not a subject nation. We are at peace. We own London, Oxfordshire and Wessex. Also Lothian and Aberdeen, which are in Scotland, have a core in London, have a core in Oxfordshire, have a core in Wessex, and have a core in Lothian and Aberdeen. So basically we need 2 areas of Scotland. We need Lothian and Aberdeen. We need to have cores on those so that they effectively are ours. And then we can create the British nation. And what happens then is, I believe, instead of it saying England, it will say Great Britain, and the flag will change to the Union flag. So that would be interesting to try to accomplish. So what else do we have? Yes, we've gone through these. So yes, So we've got to decide what to do there. Disputed successions, that's probably not a lot to worry about. So 3 slots, and war with Spain. So basically it's about this management. It's about managing these points and deciding where to go with them. Now, we are at war with France. This is the war score panel. At the moment we have a war score of +1. So who's in this war? Well, basically it's us. And we are fighting France, Armagnac, Avignon, Bourbonnais, Foix, Orléans and Provence. And we actually won the last battle. We're 6,000 troops for 25,000 troops, which was the Battle of Agincourt. Which historically known as, yes, we won that one. Now, we do own territories in France, which is why France is going to declare war on us a lot. Probably. Because they probably have cores on these. They do. So they consider those areas to be theirs. And down here as well, in Gascogne and La Bourde, they have cores on those as well. So they're going to attack us. They're going to war probably for these provinces, and as long as we hold on to them, we're always going to have the in quotation marks French problem. So we are at war with. So I could possibly sell these provinces and probably keep them a bit happy. So now France is powerful, but it's not enormous at the moment. But it has a lot of these. Okay, Avignon is probably a vassal of France. Is a vassal of France, so they're always going to come into Armagnac. Is a vassal of France. Yes, so they're always going to come into any wars that France have. So even though France is not big and scary, it has all of these vassals, so it is practically the same size as it is now. Luckily Burgundy is not at war with us. So your country is at war. We are losing money. We possibly can't afford an advice. Well, I'll say we can't. We probably can actually, to be fair. Let's have a look then. Right, administration. Right, national development risk -3, stability cost modifiers -10, administrative theologian costs -10, administrative technology cost, and yearly prestige 2, and yearly inflation. Well, we don't have to worry about inflation because we don't have any at the moment, so I would probably go for this one. The yearly prestige. We are currently at 38.93. That's how much prestige we have. Career controller +1. Controlled cardinals 0.4. Uncontested cause decay. So we are at the moment losing 0.84 prestige a year. Okay. We also have some other things as well down here. We are at war with the French. This is our war score, and this war score will accrue either towards us or towards France, depending on how we go, depending on how the battles go. You win a battle, you'll gain some war score. You siege a castle, you win. You take the siege, you take the province, you will accrue war score. And when it reaches 100%, you can actually annex them. But you have to occupy every province of that country, I believe, to be able to annex them. However, you can try to negotiate peace at any time. So if I click on the negotiate peace button, I can Armagnac becomes part of England, so I can demand tribute from France, or I can offer them tribute. So I could offer them provinces. I can revoke cores on Picardy or Armagnac. I can return cores of Calais to Burgundy and La Bourde to Armagnac. Though I do believe the red hand means that we can't do it. Though I'm not sure. We can release nations: Cornwall, Guyana, Normandy, Northumberland and Wales. We could annul treaties with Portugal. And we could annul treaties, we could just concede defeat or transfer trade power to France. So we could that's how we could get peace. There are other things there, like the papacy. We are at the moment is the current controller, so we have papal influence of 3.15. and we have England's 2 English cardinals. So I'm not too sure what this gives us. England is in control of the Korea. They have the following benefits: stability cost modifiers -5%, +1 diplomats, yearly prestige of +1, possible advisors +2, yearly papal influence +2, and leaders without upkeep +1. The papal controller may take the following diplomatic actions: call for a crusade or excommunicate. So that would be an interesting option, to try to excommunicate the French. Not too sure how I would do that. It's probably going to be in here somewhere. Covert action. Economic actions. No. Papal actions. Excommunicate. They have too much influence with the Holy Father. Okay, so I couldn't excommunicate them. So that's not an option. The other one is the Holy Roman Empire. When you are part of the Holy Roman Empire, if you are Emperor, you can take these actions once you accrue so much, like the missions ones that we talked about. So all good stuff. Plus we have our armies here. We have nine units here. Each one is 1,000, so it's like 9,000 men. We have 18 men here of infantry units and cavalry units. We have 13,000 infantry, 5,000 cavalry. We have not developed artillery yet, so we won't have any of that. And now, interesting thing is, I believe if you're a Western country like England, France, Scotland, Burgundy, etc., Spain, or Castile as it is here, or Portugal, if you go over 50% of your army, so here we have 18,000 men. If you was to have 10,000 cavalry, which would be more than 50%, you get you lose a combined arm bonus. So your army is actually weaker. So you need to have 50% or less of cavalry to get the boost, to get the combined arms boost, and flanking bonus as well, I think, but don't quote me on it too much. So we have one solitary little man here, bless him. We're going to luckily I'm going to move you to there, and I shall join you up. We have no armies in Meath. Now this is our navy here in London. So we have the Royal Navy and the Blue Squadron. Now I'm going to select Blue Squadron and I'm going to split it in half. There we go. Now I should have my navies here somewhere. Yep, so I have Blue Squadron. So where am I trading? I am trading at London and Bordeaux. Sure, Bordeaux's a good idea, but hey ho. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Blue Squadron there. I'm going to rename it Trade Fleet London, and I'm going to protect trade in London. There we go. And Red Squadron I shall rename Trade Fleet Board for Bordeaux, and you can protect trade in Bordeaux. I forgot to send the other fleet. So there we go. So once we're on pause, they'll go off, and now they will protect our fleets that are doing the trading, the ships doing the trading. So we also have the Royal Navy, which at the moment consists of 12 heavy ships. Remember, we have that mission for large heavy ships, so we need 30 of those. So we would need to build 18 ships. I see, maths on the fly. And it also consists of 15 transports, which are cogs. These, which means we can at the moment carry 15 troops in that group in the Royal Navy. So we could take 15 of these, plonk them on the boats, and we could escort them across the channel to attack the French. Don't think I'm going to do that because they have a massive army of 32 here, and we'll get absolutely spanked. They have a military level of 3, which will probably be the same as us, he says. There we go. Indeed it is. because this is the very start of the game. So there we go. As England at war with France. So what I'm probably going to do is I might sue for peace, and I might give them these back, because I might see the minimum I can get to get peace, and then I might sell some of the provinces off, and that should keep them happy with us for a long time. Touch wood, fingers crossed. So with that, this is more of a let's try than a let's play. So we'll have another episode. We'll run through some years as England, see if our policies, see if our efforts come to fruition for a few years, see what happens, and we'll take it from there. We'll assess the situation. But with that, I thank you for watching. You all take care and look after yourselves, and I shall bid you farewell and goodbye.